Hey there, Gary Meek, brokered by EXP, reaching out to you today. If you are a new agent, if you are someone that is getting into real estate for the first time and, just trying to figure it out, going through your courses right now, practice, principal, finance, whatever you got going on, this is a video I really think you should watch. I've been in real estate for 18 years now, and I've learned quite a bit over those 18 years. But there was a lot I didn't know when I first got started. And really the first thing was I didn't know what questions to ask in an interview. I came from another industry. I worked for FedEx for 8 years. I was in management. And so I was leaving that industry after 9/11, had moved to Sacramento. I've been here for almost 19 years now. And when I got here, I just hey, I want to get into real estate. I got my license. And where do I go? And I just kind of went somewhere and kind of started. But this is for you. So these are some questions that I would highly recommend someone ask when they're in their interview process. And so a couple of them they're going to be is, what's the split? And that's a name or information, a word, a terminology you're going to hear on a pretty regular basis. What's your split? And some people have flat fees, and some people have a percentage split. And then there's probably a split for the mentor or coach that you have. There might be a franchise fee. So those are questions you need to ask. You need to ask, what's the split? Is it 50-50? 50% to you, 50% to the broker? Is it 70-30? 70% to you, 30% to the broker? And then what other splits are on top of that? Like I said, are you joining a team? And on that team, they get 50% of what you get after the broker takes theirs. So 70-30, that means you get 70, and then if you're on a team, you might be getting 50-50. So 50% of the 70, which is really 35%. So you close a $10,000 transaction, and in your pocket's $3,500. That's kind of a tough pill to swallow. But when you have no understanding of the business, and someone says, "Here's what we do, and here's a lead, and go run with this," and hey, they're giving you some value, and maybe that's enough for you. But maybe it's not. So the other question you really got to ask is, what are the fees? Do I have fees on every transaction? Is there errors and omissions that I have to pay a fee for? $100, $500, whatever that number is. Is there a transaction review fee? Is there a fee for my desk that comes out of my transactions? What are my monthly fees? Do I have $50 a month, $100 a month, $150 a month? And if so, what are those fees for? Is it a desk fee? Is it a phone fee? Is it a copy fee? Is it a fax fee? Is it just a fee for being here? And I don't know. Everybody out there is different. There's a ton of different companies offering a bunch of different fee structures and split structures. And it's up to you to figure out which one you think is going to be best for you. I don't really like to give away a lot of my money. But then again, when I first started, I was on pretty much, I want to say 55-45. So I got to keep 55%. But I was brand new, super green, had nothing, didn't know what questions to ask. And so I just took what I got. And then luckily I was pretty good when I first got started. So I moved up the ranks and got to, I think, about 70-30, probably within a year or so, because I had, done some decent transactions. One of the other things I would ask for is how much training do they offer? You're working at a small brokerage where it's the broker and maybe 10 agents, which is a small boutique, family owned, which is great for a lot of people. But when you only have one person, the broker, in the office, and they kind of put together the training regimen, then you may only get 1 or 2 hours a week. You might get an office meeting. They might bring in an outside speaker to talk about the preliminary title report or how to write a contract, how to get an offer accepted, and you just don't know. You go to a bigger company, there's Keller Williams, Remax, EXP, Realty One Group. There's lots of different companies that are grand in scale, and therefore they offer a lot more training. So I would be asking questions like, how much training? Am I going to get one-on-one training? Is there some form of accountability group that I can be a part of? That I can join and glean from the other people in the office? Is there something like that I'm going to be able to interact with? Another question a lot of people are going to ask is, do you help me with my business plan? I'm brand new. I don't know what sales to do. I don't know if I should be doing open houses. if I should be door knocking, if I should be cold calling the phone book, should I be using social media? Those are all things that will be part of a business plan that you should have. I know I didn't create a business plan for the first couple of years because the broker didn't tell me, hey, you should create a business plan. Actually, a very good friend of mine, and we've been friends for a long time now, he was the one who said, hey, I'm entitled in escrow. You need to get a business plan together. And I was like, oh, I don't even know what that is. I don't know how it works. So I went to a class and learned how to create a business plan. You know, you can go to your local association, the MLS. They will also have some training and interacting things that you can engage in to get some more information. But that's one thing you're gonna have to do is really find out where is the education, how do I get a hold of it, and really what's gonna help me out. Another thing I would ask is, hey, do you as a company, do you guys provide leads? You do provide leads. Well, that's fantastic because there's lots of sources out there. You can buy pay-per-click, you can buy Zillow, you can get lead sources that give you the lead first. So there's no cost to you. And then when you close it, you pay 25, 35, I heard as high as 42%. You know, so you got your split at 20, 30, 40%, then you're paying 30, 40% on a lead, that puts you down at like 20%. So that could be a tough one. So I'd be asking what kind of lead forms, platforms do they have? Do they offer them? Is it a cost up front? Is it a percentage on the backside? I would ask, you know, where are the leads from? Are they cold leads off of somebody's open house sheet? Did they buy them from some generic source online? Have 100 other people already called these leads and they're 3 or 4 years old? Or are they fresh people that are interested in buying right now? Those are questions I would definitely be asking of my broker or the person, the manager, I guess you're sitting in front of interviewing. So just some good things for you guys to think about as you're out there interviewing the broker. Because yeah, they're interviewing you. They want to see, are you hungry? Are you teachable? Are you coachable? Are you going to be a pain? You're going to be hard to work with. Those are things that they're looking at from you, but you also need to be asking a lot of questions of them as well to see what they're going to be offering you. Because yes, they're interviewing you, but you need to be interviewing them as well. And make sure you're picking the right place for you. Another couple questions. I know our brokerage offers some pretty unique things. So I always say, hey, do you guys offer medical insurance? We're all 1099s. There's no real employees. I think Redfin might consider their people employees. They might be W-2. I know in the loan industry, a lot of people have gone over to W-2. But in real estate, there's not. And without W-2, really hard to get health insurance. The local association might be able to offer you something. The California Association of Realtors might be able to offer you something. But then again, your brokerage also might be able to offer you something that is pretty beneficial to you and your family. The other thing I would ask is, do you guys offer any kind of stock, any kind of ownership in the company? Or are you just a number? You're your own company on the side, which is fine. I'm my own company. I take all my commissions, they go into my company, and then my company that I own pays me a salary. That way I can funnel my taxes properly. I can start saving for retirement properly. But that's all part of your business plan. And those are all questions I would be asking of a brokerage as you're out there interviewing folks. And I tell you this, I wouldn't just go work for the very first broker that I interviewed with, like, oh, it sounds great, I'll work there. I would be out interviewing at least a couple, 2 or 3, find one in your local area. The other thing is, are you really good with technology? Maybe the technology you're really good with allows you to do everything cloud-based and you don't really need an office. Or maybe you're a little bit more old school. I'm a little bit more old school. I like to go into an office. I like to sit at my laptop. I like to be in the office. I like to be around the water cooler. I like to engage with the other agents around me. But then again, I like to sit at home sometimes in my pajamas until noon because I have no appointments in the morning and prospect and make phone calls and do what I have to do. So, I don't know if this is going to be helpful, but it is something I want to offer to you guys. My name is Gary Meek, brokered by eXp. If you have any questions about me, my team, my company, hit me up at GaryMeek, GaryMeek @live.com or 916-995-9385. And as everybody knows, this is YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you think I'm giving great information, and let's engage. And I look forward to meeting you out there selling some real estate. Thanks for coming out, and I appreciate you. Have a good day. Good luck in your interview process. Take care.